What's up, everyone? It is Thursday night, 8:35. Got my first order, a Chipotle 725 plus offer for about 1.9 miles. So I already got the Chipotle picked up. Had to go into the mall to pick up, but got it picked up. Heading to the location about 2 to 3 minutes. Gonna get this dropped off and hopefully get a few more before I call it a night. All right, first order dropped off. Not bad. It turned out to be 11:25 for just under 2 miles in about 17 minutes. Hopefully it's a sign for the rest of the night. Gonna try and squeeze in about 2 to 3 more deliveries. It's about 8:40. Gonna try and finish right around no later than 10, hopefully. All right, just got my second order of the night. 375, 1.8 miles for Chick-fil-A. Not the best order, but I am trying to save my acceptance rate to maintain that platinum status. Took a hit the last couple weeks, getting a lot of bad upside down and dollar per mile orders. So decided to take this one just to kind of help my AR, and hopefully it's ready. Gonna go pick this up and get this dropped off. Okay, second order picked up. Luckily it was getting packaged right when I walked in, so no wait time. About 4 minutes at an apartment complex. Gonna head out there, try and do this, get this dropped off real quick, and then head back, try and squeeze in 2 more orders. I'll probably have about an hour. It's 8:53 right now. Probably have about an hour to squeeze in 2 more orders before the gym, but let's see what we can get. Get this dropped off real quick and hopefully get some better orders than 375. All right, dropped off that second order. Took about 16 minutes for 375. Not ideal, but like I said, it's mainly just to kind of keep my AR up. But shortly after I dropped that off, got an offer. I think it was like $12.50 for 11 miles. Declined it, and now I'm at 72%. That's why I take those 375, 1 point something miles, because if I'm gonna get almost $1 per mile offer, don't want to do it because it takes me way out of the zone and takes me another 10 miles to get back. So you're talking $12 for around 20 miles. Not ideal, but parked in an area where there's a bunch of restaurants. Gonna hang out for a few minutes and hope I get a couple better offers before I call it a night. All right, looks like I'm gonna meet my goal for 4 orders for the night. Got my third and fourth orders. It's a pickup at Din Tai Fung, 2 order pickup. So 15.50 for I think 6 miles, not bad. But like I said, my goal was 4 orders, and with this 2 pickup at the store, we'll definitely get that done. Gonna head there. Was in the same parking lot, same center, so don't have to go too far. Hopefully both will be ready and get this dropped off. All right, so just dropped off the first of 2 orders from Din Tai Fung. Definitely an interesting drop off. I needed a pin from the customer, and the gate was closed, but the door was open. And I just announced myself, DoorDash, and this lady came to the door, and I asked for the pin, and she looked a little confused, and she didn't really speak much English. And the husband was in the living room kind of looking, and I guess both of them started yelling to either the son or the daughter. And she left for about 30 seconds, came back, and I just gave her the phone just to have her type it in. But worked out. But yeah, you never know what you're going to do on some of these deliveries. But drop that off. Next location is about 10 minutes away, which will put me probably around 9:40. I don't know if I'll have enough time to try and squeeze in a 5th order, but I might leave it on just in case. All right, so just dropped off the second of 2 orders from Din Tai Fung. Was a little bit confusing. It was a hand to me, but the instructions are go into the alley, and I'm looking on the map and it doesn't really show as clear, but by the time I got to the location, no one was standing outside and there are no address digits in the back, so it was a little tough. I drove past maybe like one house or so, but it did look a little confusing, and there was a gate open, so I kind of went towards that location, but I guess that wasn't it. But got it dropped off. 1550, took about like 25 minutes to do the two of those, but yeah, not too bad. About an hour and a half so far in, and about $30. Gonna try and do one more. I got a little bit of time, see if I can do a little short run. All right, so what I had hoped came true. Got a platinum offer, $4 for 0.8 miles on the way back to the gym, so worked out. 5 orders for about an hour and 40 minutes by the time I dropped this off. Luckily, it was ready as soon as I walked in, and it was only about 2-minute drive to the drop-off location. So heading there right now, about a minute away, and call it a night. All right, quick recap of the night. 5 deliveries, made a total of $34.50, which I met my goal of the 4 deliveries within the 2 hours, so not bad. The one thing I will say as a tip is, for me, check the address, the street address of the drop-off location, because if you are using the maps in DoorDash, for some reason it'll take you in the alley, it'll take you to the next street over, and I think I took a screenshot of it, but keep an eye on it. Make sure that it matches up with the street name, because for some reason it'll take me to the next street over or even behind the house, and it just wastes time and can mess with your on-time rating. But just keep an eye out for that when you're also looking at the instructions for drop-off. But overall, good night. 5 deliveries, $34.50 in about an hour and a half, so no complaints here. But yeah, hope you have a good night, and I'll see you on the next ride.